On Tuesday, someone asked me what my greatest fear about AI is and my greatest inspiration, and without even thinking, I blurted out, "It will get what we ask for instead of what we want." Same answer for both questions. Sometimes best not to overthink it. It's the same answer because the same fact cuts both ways. And we get to choose which one it becomes. We've been imprecise with our asks for a long time. We've built entire industries upon the premise that what people say they want is a reasonable expression of what would actually serve them. And we've been wrong often enough that the wreckage is now visible from space. And that's with moving at human speeds and human scales. And now we're giving that same imprecision a force multiplier like the world has never seen. We talk about AI as the jagged intelligence, right? It's capable here, surprisingly weak over here. It's uneven in ways that don't make any human sense, which is true. But that framing carries an assumption that we're the smooth ones. We're not. We never were. We've just never had any other kind of intelligence to compare ours to. I mean, we've not really been talking to the whales so much, and as far as I know, the aliens haven't landed and forced the issue. Every measure of our cognition ever built was built by people for people. We've never had an outside view of ourselves, right? AI is the first thing that gives us this view. And what we're seeing with our overconfidence and pattern matching that skips verification and comfort with authoritative answers that we haven't actually checked. Yeah, none of that's new. It's painfully familiar. It's been here the whole time. Our discomfort isn't in the difference, really. It's more like the recognition. We've been dealing with non-deterministic systems forever. We just called it other people. Right now, humans and AI are mostly legible to each other like that. Not of equal intelligence exactly, but we can still see the bits and pieces of each other's reasoning. We can still catch the errors. We can still build the habits and the shared language and the measurements that make real collaboration between our intelligences possible. But that window will not stay open for long. Our intelligence is limited by the number of neurons in our skulls. What we've built out of this sand that thinks, it has no such bound. The asymmetries that feel mostly manageable today will only get bigger from here. And while we can argue about the timelines and the technologies, the direction is clear and much harder to argue about. AI is getting smarter, it's getting faster, it has fewer limits than us, and you see where this goes, right? If we don't baseline now, while there's still visibility, we end up working with systems we can't follow. And we'll have no mental muscle memory for that kind of work. This is why I've been building. The PAICE portfolio is my answer to that fear and my foundation for the inspiration. I've been calling this idea aggregated intelligence for years now, but people still tell me it's a typo. It's not a typo. It's what shows up when humans and machines actually collaborate together well. Not just human intelligence or just artificial intelligence, but real intelligence, the kind that already determines outcomes in the world today. It's both together. That's where the work is. And that's where the hope is. Last week, I released the Aggregated Intelligence Posture. It's an open source, maturity model turned protocol that measures across people and infrastructure and regulation. It's one rating, one answer, one honest picture of where your organization's intelligence actually is. The organizations that measure this now, while the window is still open, are building a critical capability. It's that muscle memory that they'll need for when the window's closed. We have to be able to recognize if we're getting what we want or merely what we asked for. We've been able to get by thus far without strengthening that skill, but the future that we want depends on building this strength. I'm putting this out freely because selling it would waste time we don't have. And if you have a better vision, please call it out. Say what you believe is so. But whatever you do, don't wait. Use this time. It's important. It's everything.